Hey everybody, I had to look up the video, my friend, because I wasn't sure what I was doing today. What is this you got me doing? Kasey Chambers. Chaotic. Hello everybody. Chaotic is the one who made this request. Chaotic old bore, who, as my wife says, is not old or a bore. What have you brought me, my man? Kasey Chambers? You're always bringing me interesting, unique, but different stuff. This does not look metal related. What do we got here? Okay, you wrote me a little book. Okay. You want to test my reading skills, clearly. All right. Let's get into this. Chaotic was kind enough to explain to me what I need to know about Kasey Chambers. I know it's hard to take on a GOAT artist and one of their GOAT songs, but I have seen people prejudge this, and pretty much all of them have stood corrected by the end of it. A GOAT artist and a GOAT song. Whoa. A little about Kasey. Born in Mount Gambier in South Australia. And for those who don't know, Chaotic is Australian, and he curates things for me. Ne Obliviscaris. We wouldn't even know they exist if it wasn't for you, my friends. So thank you so much, because that is an amazing band, and I hope they're doing well. Kasey grew up in a home environment where listening to and performing country and roots music was a way of life. It had to rub off, and it did, just as in later years, living on the Nullbourne Plain. Now that's a tongue twister, and traveling all over Australia with her family. The young Kasey got an education like no other. She spent her childhood absorbing the music of Hank Williams, Emmylou Harris, Johnny Cash, and other country greats loved by her parents. Old school. It was in the family's revered Dead Ringer band with Dad Bill, Mum Dee, and older brother Nash that 10-year-old Kasey got her first real taste of being on stage. By the time she was in her late teens, she was fronting the band and writing some of the songs. A change came in 1998 when Kasey, at the age of 22, traveled overseas on a rites of passage voyage of discovery. She came back ready to start her solo career. The resultant album, The Captain, 1999, remains one of the most extraordinary and lauded debuts by an Australian artist in any genre. Wow. Songs such as title tracks Cry Like a Baby and These Pines boast a maturity beyond her years and a wealth of American-style musical influence. Yet the album has Australia and family at its core, ingredients that have been a staple of Kasey's songwriting ever since then. The Captain was a critical success, but not much of a commercial success, as it didn't receive much radio play. On her follow-up album, she wrote the song Not Pretty Enough in 2001, pretty much aimed at radio stations for not playing her last offering. Oh, okay. Image being more important than musicality sometimes, right? Not Pretty Enough was a huge success and still played on the radio today. Reverse psychology, baby. Works every time. In 2018, she was the youngest ever woman inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame.
The best advice that my dad ever gave me was, he said to me once, just don't be a I know it doesn't sound very profound, but it actually has been the best advice to follow. Seriously, you don't need to be a to get ahead in this business. You really don't.
During the lockdown period, she became bored and started working on a rework of one of her favorite songs. When the lockdown ended and she started touring, she added this to close out her set. The performance you see was one of the first ones back and was sound recorded professionally. She then sent out a call on social media for anyone who was there to send the footage. What I've sent you is the result. I dig that. I've seen that on occasion with other bands where they take all the video from their concert tours and they make an official video with using all the different places that they went. It creates a beautiful vibe and like a history of that particular tour, which is great. But what's the song? Okay, I see it now. Lose Yourself by Eminem. So wait, is that the GOAT artist in the GOAT song, or is Kasey the GOAT? Well, okay, Lose Yourself is listen, undeniably great track. You don't have to even like Eminem to think that that's just not. I mean, if you don't think that's a good song, you're not being honest. You're just being a hater. Not gonna lie. But okay, my friend, let's do this. Let me go to her website, as I like to do with all the reactions that I do from now on, and see if she is touring. And she is. So there are pre-sales for tickets now. If you like what you hear, go ahead and support her Looks like it's mostly in Australia for you Australian folks. But this is what's beautiful about YouTube, right? We can enjoy artists from all over the world. Even if we're not in Australia, we can still check her out here on YouTube. So here we go. Lose Yourself, Eminem cover by Kasey Chambers. Thank you for the introduction, my friend. Let's check it out. Okay, we got some banjo. Cool. Let's turn this up.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti, and he's nervous. But on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs.
Pretty voice.
He keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd rose so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out, and he's choking now. Everybody's choking now, and the clock's run out. Time's up.
She's got like an Irish twin.
Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He's choked. He's so mad, but he won't give up that easy. No, he won't have it. He knows his hope backs to these ropes. It don't matter, he's stoked. He knows that he's broke, he's stagnant. He knows when he goes back to his mobile home, it's back to the lab again. No, this old rhapsody, better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass him. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. Better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a life.
I was curious how she was going to handle that. She handled it beautifully. Would have been funny if she just said yo.
This soul's escaping through this hole that is gaping. This world is mine for the taking, and make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring, but superstardom is close to postmortem. He only grows harder, he only grows harder. He blows, it's all over. These holes is all on him. Coast to coast shows, he's known as a globetrotter. Lonely roads, God only knows. He's grown farther from home. He's no father. He goes home,
Rain would love
barely
this.
knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, 'cause here goes the cold water. His O's don't want him no more. He's gold product, they moved on to the next smoke flows. He knows dove and so nada. So the soap opera is told and unfolds. I suppose it's so, partner, but the beat goes on. Ba-da-dum-da-dum. You better
Shows you how good of a writer he is.
lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. Better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Okay. That's what's up.
Like two dogs caged, and I was playing in the beginning. And the mood all changed. Well, I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I can't rhyme and it's never right. The next cipher, best believe somebody's playing the Pied Piper. All this pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Just made me goddamn food stamps on my diapers, and it's no movie, there's no MacGyver. This is my life, and these times are so hard, and it's getting even harder trying to beat a water my sea plus teeter-totter caught up between me and a father and a prima donna baby mama drama screaming on her too much for me to wanna stay in one spot another day of my night. It's got me to the point I'm like a snail. I got to formulate a plot for end up in jail or shot. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure's not. Mom, I love you, but this train has got to go. I cannot grow old and sad and fly, but here I go with my shot. Please tell me not.
I wasn't expecting her to go that hard.
The only opportunity that I got.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you want it, but never let it go. You only get one shot tonight. It's your chance to blow. It's opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you want it, but never let it go. You only get one shot tonight. It's your chance to blow. It's opportunity comes.
I need her to feel it less. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh. Okay. I knew if you were bringing it to me, you were bringing it to me for a reason. You wouldn't just be. It couldn't have just been okay. It had to be out the fucking. Out of this world. I didn't. It threw me off because I did not expect her to go that hard. She was obviously feeling it. She obviously enjoyed the song. She sang it very beautiful. She reminded me of like those 90s singers. She has that very pretty, beautiful vocal. But then when it got hard and she went somewhere else and it suddenly got like way more mature, there was a change in her voice that matched that anger. There was a bit more, like a little more rasp to it. And the fact that she could do all of that in the same song, the range she has in her ability, and what a great voice for almost any kind of music, to be perfectly honest. Like her voice will work, like she's almost like Janis Joplin-y, like towards the second half. Whereas the first half, it was like a young 90s girl, you know, half her age or whatever, singing the beautiful, like she has this incredible voice. Holy hell. You've made me curious to want to hear more of her music because obviously I'm not a fan of country. And I say that's obvious because, again, I've been on YouTube for a while and I've not made that a secret. But I've always said in every genre, even if it's not your favorite, there's always stuff in there you can find. There's no such thing as any genre that is completely devoid of anything you could possibly connect to. You just have to be able to connect to it. And this being doomy dark, but, you know, I'm a Primus fan. Of course I like banjo. Every instrument, if played in a way that connects with you, is gonna be emotional, even something like a banjo. But then when it went hard with the rock, and the rock, by the way, another thing that struck me and connected me, go back and listen to Guns N' Roses' Civil War, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. This song had a Guns N' Roses Civil War vibe to it, the pretty parts of the Civil War. So I was connecting to that, and I just wasn't expecting all that, you know? There's so much to say about it. And like I said, this is why I call you a hater if you don't think that song by Eminem is good. Because here it is, presented to you in a different format, non-rap, right? And as you can see, the writing is fire. The writing is fire. I don't always think Eminem's writing is great, okay? I think that sometimes he tries to fit things in where they don't fit. And I understand that that's what people like about him. But in this song, he makes it work perfectly. And when she spits it, she's even doing it in his similar cadence because that's how it's written. And you can see how good it's written when she's recreating it there. So you can't tell me that that's not a good song. Even if you don't like rap, you can't tell me that's not a good song. And that's what I mean. In any genre, there's going to be something to connect with. And to connect with it in that way where, I mean, when you really hear what the song is about, this thing is relatable to anyone who is struggling in anything, whether it's income or health or family or whatever. This song is so universal. So what she did here, oh, expertly done, because she's taking her genre, but there's a darkness to her sound here. I don't know if that's how she sounds on other songs, but fuck if I didn't love it. If I didn't love it. This kind of dark country I like. And man, did she just fucking rip it. Oh, I gotta show this to my wife. She would love this so much, man. But I gotta get it on video. I gotta get her reaction to this. Damn it. If we weren't so freaking busy. Oh, man. I wanted to say I'm a loss for words, but I think I said a lot of words just now. So I can't use that excuse that I'm a loss for words. But wow. Like, that's worth the admission alone. If you want to go check her out, that's to close the show like that. Like, I already want to hear this again. That's how much I liked it. I'm going to put this in my playlist. All these playlists are available to you guys, by the way, if you want to come with me on my musical journey. But I do have a miscellaneous for exactly stuff like this, because it's very important for me as I go on this journey. One thing I realize, you know, over the years is if you don't write something down, if you don't make a note of it, if you don't archive it, if you don't do something throughout your life, a lot of stuff that you enjoy is lost, because life moves so fast and we're being bombarded by so much media and so much content that it is so hard to stay on top of everything. So that's why when I started this channel, I promised myself every song that is going to go on my playlist, I'm going to categorize everything, because I do not want to forget these things and I want to be able to come back with them. So here we are, Wolf approved miscellaneous. This is where I put the stuff that, you know, is not in my typical genres or whatever, but absolutely something that I want to not forget. And this is one of those things. Thank you, my friend. Holy hell. I'm going to subscribe to her as well, because I'm going to check her out, man. I want to see what she's about, because I don't know how you can do that and not have other songs that I'm probably gonna, you know, not like. So I would find that hard to believe that you're capable of this and you haven't done anything similar to this before. I really want to check this out. And if she hasn't, that's great. Revive, new career path, and just start making music like this as well. You know, the guy from Behemoth, have you guys heard what he does? Did you know he has a country band? It's kind of like a dark country, and he does amazing work. And that kind of sound I'm into. If you guys know more bands like this, definitely put them in the description below, because I'm for it. I'm here for all of that stuff, man. I dig it. When I'm in that mood, I dig it. I dig it a lot. So thank you so much, Chaotic. You know we love you, so we don't have to constantly remind you, right? Just know that, you know, we're always thinking about all you guys that we've become friends with over the years. Think about you all the time. We worry about your health, and we worry about you, you know. Time to time, we want to see how you're doing, but it's tough, you know, because the more relationships you have, the more possibility of things happening to them. So, you know, it's scary, but this is the life we live in. This is how it is. So it is what it is, man. I don't regret making friends with you, because it's been a hell of a journey and a hell of a ride with you, my man. So thank you for just popping into our lives, enjoying what we do, and being a part of it. You know, for those who don't know, we've done face-to-face reactions with Chaotic, quite a few actually. And there are, for those who are rap fans, on our Patreon, we have NF. We've done several reactions to that with Chaotic. They'll be coming on YouTube eventually. There's quite a bit of, these are quite long, and there's a whole trilogy of NF reactions that we need to do. But that'll be coming soon. You know, I'm trying to get the stuff on Patreon onto YouTube as quickly as possible, but those require a lot of editing, so it takes me a little while. And, you know, there's a backlog, but I'm doing my best. The nice thing about supporting us on Patreon is you don't have to wait for me to edit them, because all of those reactions are sitting on Patreon waiting to be edited, but the unedited versions of them are on Patreon. So you guys can check them out, and then you could also send me requests if you want to. You know, that's how we do things here. But other than that, man, not much more I can say other than holy shit. I can't wait to hear that again. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next one. Love you. Ooh, boy. That was unexpected.